Hello, I'm Piaget Jenkins. In this video, I would like to discuss locations and devices, as well as how to create a zone for a USB key. Zones allow you to determine which settings should be applied to a user or group, depending on the location and or device from which the user is accessing their workspace. Zones can be configured based on various roles. For our purposes today, we will create a zone based on a unique serial number of a USB storage device. This will allow us to configure applications and settings that will be available only when this specific device is present on the system. Now to begin, we want to make sure that we navigate to Context and Locations and Devices. We click the Add button here, and this will pop up a window to add or change zone. First, we want to give our zone a name, USB key, and then we can also add an administrative note. Then we navigate to the Rules tab, and we select Add. And we should see USB storage device and serial number. This is the zone we're going to choose for today. Now you should already have your key plugged into the system, that way it will recognize it when you click this button here. As we can see, it's found our device. We click OK. And we can also change the comments because we do know it is a daily traveler. And once again we click OK. Now the next thing we want to do is actually navigate down here to Composition, Desktop, and Lockdown and Behavior. And let's type in refresh. And we're going to select this option here, refresh workspace on USB storage device change. Now this is actually going to force a refresh of the user's workspace when the user unplugs a USB storage device or plugs a different one into his or her computer. It makes sure that the zone that you just created will be automatically enforced. And we want to make sure to hit the Apply button here in the bottom right hand corner. Now that that's applied, our last step will be to go to our applications, and let's configure this for managed application. For today, let's choose Windows Media Player. We go ahead and double click on that. It's going to open properties for us, and we go to access control. Now once in access control, we can control the identity, location, devices, time restrictions, as well as specific agents, which is also called workspace and containers. For today, we're just going to use locations and devices. We want to go ahead and click on Add and select the USB key. What you might notice also is that down here you can apply the settings based on if that zone is not applicable, which is exactly the opposite. But we're just going to do it normally here with just USB key today, and we click OK. And then we click OK. Now let's log on with our user. Now that our user is logged on, what we have done so far is we have configured Windows Media Player to be available only when the USB key is plugged in. At the moment, the key is not available. So if we take a look at our Start menu, we don't see any icons here, nor on the desktop, nor on our taskbar. Now let's go ahead and plug in a USB key. As you can see, it's being recognized here, assigned a drive letter. We're going to continue without scanning. And if you look in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see that the workspace is being refreshed to reflect the USB key now being available. And as you can see, we get a shortcut from Windows Media Player here, as well as in our Start menu. Let's go ahead and launch that. There we are, Windows Media Player. Now if we were to close out and remove the USB key, as you can see, the workspace will refresh once again in the bottom right hand corner there. And as soon as it finishes, our shortcuts are now removed and no longer is Windows Media Player accessible for the user. And once again, thanks for viewing. This has been Location and Devices for RES Workspace Manager 2011.